Hello, Gemini. Welcome to November 11th. 11. Pretty exciting. I really wasn't sure I was going to get this video out. I wasn't feeling super well this morning, but I'm here, and so is Daisy. So first I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I am a psychic medium, so I connect with your loved ones who've passed away. If you would like a medium reading, I will have my email in the description. Also, if you want a personal reading with me, I have the ability to see into your life, the yeses and nos, the direction that you should be taking, and what the people in your life mean to you, what they're thinking about you, who they are as a person, and so on and so on. So I also am a life coach and counselor. So a lot of my reading is going to be probably advice based. I will be picking up on the current situations and energy, but most of it is going to be probably, I'm going to pick up on you, and then there's going to be the thing that probably needs to happen. And if nothing needs to happen, well, then go you. You're just going to get some water today. So how I'm going to start this out is while I'm shuffling, I'm just going to listen to spirit and kind of hear what they want to say about the Gemini energy. Well, first I hear that a lot is moving for you, which does make sense for a Gemini because they're always wanting things moving and in their environment. They're the biggest sign that loves lots of people coming in and out of their house, maybe in and out of their life. I go into move because there's such a dance in the Gemini. Move. So the good news is that there's lots of movement. It doesn't feel stagnant. It feels like the Gemini that I'm connecting with, you have got things going. You have a lot of people coming at you, a lot of opportunities, and I am hearing seize them or they may go away. Well, obviously take some time before you make any of the decisions. We do need to slow down before we make really big choices that can really affect us and our future. If we're not slowing down and taking moments to really understand why we're feeling something and if this is the best way and really listening to ourselves and spirit, we can get caught up in all kinds of drama. People can push you around. Air, it's an air. So sometimes a bigger force can come in if you don't have a super strong root system, like a storm coming in, then you can get swayed really, really easily, that's where the unhealthiness can come in with the Gemini. Okay, so starting out, I feel like this is you. Movement, people are really coming to you because you're moving. You're going out and you're getting stuff done, and like things are really happening for you. It feels really, really exciting. The Gemini that I'm talking to is got a lot of things going. So if you're a Gemini who feels like there isn't a bunch going on, then you need to realize that you're not really seeing these two cups right here. So really look at your life, because Gemini can get things moving faster than you realize. Just a spark of the idea, and then the Gemini is off into the distance. So if you're feeling like you don't have a lot going, then start to really look at and analyze your life. I'm pulled to these three, maybe some stuff that you've done could have caused, some of this to fall. I do feel like this may, people probably came in and maybe pushed this around, but you ultimately allowed it. So you can't get swayed unless you're easily swayable. So really take the time to really focus and make sure that, like if someone's saying, hey, do this, go, does that feel right? in my chest? Do I feel good about that? Because if you've got a million opportunities, or you have a million thoughts and $1 million, and somebody is saying do this and this, and it sounds good but something doesn't feel right, then say no, because more will be coming in. I just hear you have a lot of opportunities, and they're coming. I think a few have come, but it feels like maybe, you've been in this and people have sort of hurt you and pushed you around. But you have to look at what you do have, what you still have going. What have they not taken? Because, people can take all kinds of things, but it's ultimately up to you. I really feel like you allowed it. Okay? And moving forward, you're not going to allow anybody. I'm going to hope that you're not going to allow anybody to come into your life and sway you, because that feels disheartening. It feels like, because I worry about that a lot of times with air signs. They're really easily swayed, and they think a lot about the other people and less about, how are you feeling about it? Take some time, slow down, build some roots, sit on a chair and go, is this the right thing to do? Because, this might not mean this, but it's causing a lot of battles. And I think you're looking at the people that have done this, and that's also stopping you. So this is for several different Geminis, I'm sure, but the Gemini energy is attracting a lot. Yes, you have a lot of opportunities, a lot of things going for you. So don't hinder yourself, one, by saying no because you're afraid, but also don't say yes, because people will push you around, and you like a lot of people. So only meet people that are exactly like you. And if you don't know if they are, then take time, because they'll reveal themselves. Most people reveal themselves. It takes some time, but let's say a person, isn't really interested in a relationship with you. They just want, the perks of you. You'll find out that pretty darn quick. But if you give yourself before you find out, then you've given yourself, and then you're stuck in this situation going, I have nothing, they're all gone, and now I feel like I have to hold my sword. No. You're strong. This is you. So a lot of movement. This feels like movement and strength, but you cannot get stuck in the past. You have to look at what you have, okay? And really only allow people into your life that are like this, because I feel like if you're moving really, really fast and someone's not on your level or slower than you, they're going to hold you, and you're going to be pulled down, or you're going to trip because they're like, let me just trip you so that you might get broken and not be able to continue moving. And that's where the unhealthiness, because you really need, this always reminds, Gemini loves being like this, free flowing, nude, expressing itself, learning, Gemini loves to find out all the answers and be right there in it. Okay. So yeah. If you're in a place of the torment about what has been taken from you, then you really need to slow down and get your, SHIT together, meaning like all your stuff, all your ideas, all your things that you're good at. Because I feel like there's a reason that you were attracting this. There's a reason that people liked you. There's a reason that things were going for you, and if you continue to allow people to bull you over, because I just feel like you're always going to have opportunities. People always are going to always want to be involved with you. Gemini is a very fun, exciting sign. You know, they're like, oh yeah, come over here. We're going to go over here and everybody, blah, 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 blah. And can talk about a minute and talk about everything and every single situation. And it can be really fun and you give a lot of air to people. But then as you're giving air to people, where are you? So if you're feeling like opportunities are slowing down, it might be because you're not shining, you know, you're not being the star card. And this is ultimately the goal, right? Is to stay on the horse, be, you know, the young naked, you know, this is why these are both here. They feel very similar, right? So be this, be the young child, be this. Don't let anybody hinder your mind and say, what are they doing? And why aren't they this? And, you know, the biggest thing for that Gemini is to not be swayed by other people's opinions, by what they want you to do. It can't be about them. It has to be about you. And going all the way back to the roots, maybe why you got there in the first place. But the good things, right? The good qualities about yourself. Because you can't keep moving and get things going if you're thinking about all the bad and all the things that have happened. It just keeps you down there, you know, head turned like this. But you've got to realize that you still have some cups available to you. So you could either let all of these get to you, all these dropped things and all the people and all your old friends and, you know, ex-lovers, or you could realize you still have a bunch of life to live. You still are kicking and moving strong and darn right beautiful. So don't let the world hold you down, okay? Release the burdens of the past. Who cares about all these cuppies? You got stuff to go do, okay? Say goodbye to it. Bye-bye. Don't be worried about the heartbreak that's happened. I think it's this way. Where is it? Oh, yeah. Don't be worried about the heartbreak that's happened, you know, the lost friends, because you got stuff to have. You got stuff to create. You got stuff to think about. So what do you think about, Gemini? So if opportunities are coming in, right, and we're busy thinking about what we lost, then when the opportunities come in, you can be like, I'm sorry, I'm too distracted. I can't. I'm sorry, I'm too distracted. I can't help you. I can't be with you right now. I can't even think about creating because I'm hurting from my heart, my heartbreak, right? And again, that's where the unhealthiness comes in. That's where death to yourself comes in instead of death to that whole situation. You know, say goodbye to the past and look into the future. But you are the future. So what is it that got you into your abundance at first? Go there. Go into the direct representation of you and get out of your mind and get into your heart. And what is it that you love to create? Not what is it that you've lost? What is it that you can build still from? And take the lessons from the past and realize, well, why did I get bowled over? Well, because I let them. When they told me something, I didn't take the time to figure it out. So Gemini, don't jump into any relationships. Don't jump into any, contracts, opportunities. Don't jump into saying just everything and anything that comes out of your mind. There has to be discernment with the Gemini. Okay? Gotta have discernment. And getting over the heartbreak of the past and what maybe has fallen in the people and the lovers. Yeah. Because I still feel like there's like opportunities coming to you over and over and over again right now. And if you're, in bed scared and crying about all the friends or the people or the lovers that hurt you, then you can't jump into, all these new opportunities because there's so many. So stop analyzing all your connections with people and start getting really involved in your money. Because I feel like you want to travel. Yeah, you want to go out, and feel that youthfulness. But you don't want to get bound in the loop with people again that you've already been on. Like I can feel that there's been some heartbreak. I can feel that maybe you thought things were going to be like this or like this, but they ended up not being. But honestly, that can't stop you. Because I do feel like there's like a million and billion people in this world. And you want this person to come into your life. So if you're busy, turning around this way, you're never going to see this one. And you want to keep your eye on the good ones. Yeah. And move away from all those troubles, okay? Because you have a lot to offer. There's a lot of wisdom. I know this is the Sagittarius card, I think, but that also, Sagittarius is the manifester. They go out and try to, create it, do it, feel the freedom. You need to harness this energy and the Magician, okay? So the heartbreak that you've experienced, I know is really bad. I feel it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that maybe you gave yourself in ways. I'm so sorry you put yourself out there and you got bowled over or lied to, manipulated, misunderstood. In your innocence, you maybe lost some things. Maybe you jumped into projects you shouldn't have jumped into because you just didn't take the time and you just wanted what you wanted right then. Okay, so please take the time to analyze yourself because you don't want to get stuck and bound with this. I feel like this is really easy for the Gemini to get bound to, but also you like so much freedom. So every time, you might feel like someone is restricting you or not on your wavelength, they're just like I'm out. I gotta go fly. I gotta go over here and go over there and go over this and go over that. And, and you don't want to leave things necessarily behind that you should still be connected with. I feel like that's like parts of yourself. So if you are making new connections or you've, maybe done something that you regret, you can say sorry. Most of the time, that's all people are really looking for. And I think maybe even saying sorry to yourself, right? Say, I'm sorry, self, that you got caught up in that. I'm sorry, self, that I didn't wait before I said that or did that. That's a Gemini thing, spout off. But a lot of times it's so innocent. Air can be such an innocent sign. But again, in that innocence, it cannot be the dominant. It's the passive and the submissive. And in a world where everybody's watching and in a world where there's so many people and so many hidden, agendas, you have to take the time. Like if someone's offering you a deal, sometimes it may take 2 weeks. Say, how long can I wait before I make that decision? And if they say 2 weeks, please take the 2 weeks. See how you interact with the people. See what goes on. Don't just let people, jump into your space, even though you might want a whole bunch of them. Or don't just jump in to say something, and then it can hurt you. Don't jump into an intimate relation just because the person seems or says all these things, okay? So protect yourself, because you're that cup, right? It's love. And you don't necessarily want to do all the fighting and stuff. You're like, can we just love and just talk about it and like not have it be like such a big deal? And like, can we just like express and like, and still love each other? But, I don't know why I feel like this is like all your words and all your things. You're not going to be able to see if you're, covering either yourself with too many people or, all of the burdens of all of the things that have happened. You're not going to be able to see clearly if you're just so burdened with stuff. Like, look, I can't see anything. This is all my past, right? No, we're not hiding because of what's happened. We got to step out, okay? Because lots of opportunities come to you. Ooh, I want that. And ooh, you can't be this if you don't really say goodbye to the sorrows of the past, and all that's bound you. Because, man, you're the magician. So, and you deserve this person that is above the emotion, is above all of the stuff, and sits there and says, I've got a cup too, babe. I'm there. So, don't let people hinder your choices, but also slow down and make sure that they're the right choice, because you can get pushed over. Make sure that people are actually there to give you the love that you deserve. So the only way, again, like you can know that is take the time. Slow down. Hold on, Daisy. Slow way down. Becoming the hermit. Staying very aware of what's happened in all scenarios so that you can be wise instead of continuing to be the fool. You want to be this. That's so your energy right now. This is what you want. Because the people that are supposed to be there to help and guide you will, to support you. But this person feels like so wise. Says, no, I am strong. He has the crosses. What was that thing with Jesus? He could have smited all of them, right? He could have done all of that to them. But what did he do? None of it. He let them. He let them say what they say. He let them do what they do. He just said, okay, I already know. But he continued, and the legacy continued on. Because yes, you could spout out and you can do all these things, or you could say, hey, I'm not happy that this and that. And yes, sometimes people need to hear it. Sometimes you need to drop the tower on people, right? With your wisdom and your words. But it feels like if you're too focused on dropping the tower on everybody, you're not going to focus on yourself and seeking your own justice. You can't be this. So stop worrying about the others and go into yourself and find out your true nature. Because if you continue to be worried about what they're doing and what they think and why and this and that and blah, 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 it'll be nothing. You'll be hurt, stabbed over and over again. They'll go, why did they say that? And why did you do that? And you'll go, why did I do that? Okay? Because you really want love, But to attract sturdy, the person that's sturdy usually wants somebody that is also sturdy. So if you're wavering all over the place, they're going to be like, I can't even like hold down with you. So take some time to just quiet it out and really go in and go, well, how did I get here in the first place? Okay. So do your thing, do your thing. and continue to be that free spirit. Go out, and when people say, hey, you want to do this, and hey, you want to do that, and still be that, right? The thing that got you that in the first place, continue that. Be that person. But when the things start coming in, what are you going to do? Question. Take time. Don't jump into, a relationship. You know what I mean? Don't jump into contracts. Don't jump into deals. Take time. Go, what's the repercussion of this? Do I even know? What could happen? What the Virgo energy comes in. Just go, just wait. Get a Virgo mug or something. Drink out of it. All right. Because you want to just to be attracting people that are same. We all do. But I think Gemini can be so swayed by thinking and trusting right away instead of, again, slow down. Slow down. So if you're getting out of a relationship or you're, really dealing with all the things that have hurt you, you'll just stay down. So we got to get out of that heartbreak and out of what, this has done to us. Because if you're really trying to further a company or you're really trying to further yourself or, you really do want this, these two are the same. But you have to become all that you are. Otherwise, you're just going to go, well, what are you doing? Where are you? It's all on them. So slow down, and don't say too much because you will get fought after and you will get lusted after. I feel like everyone loves that Gemini energy because it's so free. Some people can't handle the mass talking or the over-explaining, but that means they're not your people, okay? Attract the people that are your people, yeah. Okay, sweet Gemini. Do your thing. You're so powerful and so creative. Just don't let people sway you around, okay? I really see that card where all the cups are fallen, but there's two. You still have so much. So you got to go back and figure out how you got there. I feel like it's over-talking and over-believing and not slowing down to really get to know somebody. That's maturity in relationships. Go, I don't know. Let me get to know you. I know you want that from me, but I don't really know you. Because people try all kinds of things until they reach a wall. And if you're a wall, well, you can't do anything with it. All right. So please subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe is what I was going to say. Because I will be continuing to post these. I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to help. And yeah, if you want a personal reading with me, email or go on Facebook. Link will be in the description. All right. Namaste. Have a good one.